Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hello, my dears, my beers, dears and beers means you are my dear because you bear my lecture and my opinion and hear my lectures so curiously and sincerely. Okay, so we talked yesterday in our yester session and we discussed about chitta. Actually, what is the purpose of a meditator? To attain yoga, okay? And how it is possible? Without the purification of chitta, there is no scope of any achievement of spiritual world. Discipline is the ground. How to disciplinize our mind? It is, it is done by meditation. So the first definition, yoga is a discipline. That discipline is actually the ground, and on that disciplined ground we do something that leads us in a very higher level. So if meditation is a tool, so what is the purpose, what is the achievement of using this tool regarding this? So in the disciplined ground, when we try to purify our chitta, and when chitta is totally purified, then intuition takes place. Supernatural visions and mysteries of the creation are visualized by the meditator. So here it is a must to know all about chitta. We discussed to stop the mind, to stop the thought waves in the mind stuff is yoga. How to do this? And what is the, if we talk about purification, then what is the garbage in our chitta? What is rubbish in our chitta that requires purification? This is a natural question regarding the subject. So actually our chitta is made of three things. There are three agents who make chitta. That is first ego, mind and intellect. Ego, mind, intellect, these are the agencies within chitta, and these agencies always try to surpass against each other, and all these try to overcome the whole chitta all the time, and therefore it is the reason that everyone's mind is very fluctuating, not fixed. In the same time, a very rational person looks very rational, and sometimes you see that the same person is very stupid, and sometimes any stupid person talks likewise very wise and very rational person. Then that surprises that he was stupid but now he is a philosopher today. Why? What is the reason behind this? So this is the fluctuation of all these three agents within the chitta, and that actually reflect in the behavior. Whatever in your mind, that reflects in your behavior, and on the basis of your behavior, the positioning of your mind is examined and diagnosed. So here, ego, mind and intellect. the purpose of the whole education system, every learning, everything else is to overcome ego, so that mind should be little up. You can understand this is the sequence. Subdue the mind. Mind is dominated by ego is dominated by mind, and mind is dominated by intellect. Intellect is dominated by consciousness, and consciousness is dominated by super consciousness. And the state of being in super consciousness is the purpose of this meditation retreat, the meditation practice. So, since the childhood, mother is the first teacher and guru, she teaches to the child everything good and tries to disciplinize his or her mind. And if the mind is disciplinized, then the disciplined mind can be a disciplined person, and that disciplined person can be a suitable and can be useful for the society, family and everywhere else, and later he can grow up as a very intellectual person, as a very rational person, as a very sensible person, as a very sensitive person, intuitive person, and overall a very genius and very intelligent and very good and a very, very productive person in the society for all of the people. And whatever field he selects for him, he becomes perfect person. So this is the purpose of meditation also, to build up a great personage, a great personality. So by meditation what happens? Our ego is minimized and mind becomes powerful. Later by the intellect, the fluctuation of mind is minimized, disciplinized, and intellect leads the psyche. And it is not permanent. Just I told you, the same person becomes very stupid sometime, and sometime the stupid person becomes rational. So this is the reason. It is because of fluctuation of these three agents in our psyche, in our mind stuff, in our chitta, according to Patanjali's terminology. So to purify chitta means to calm down ego, excite mind, and later that excitement of mind must be governed by intellect. And an intellect, actually the ego transformed into mind, and mind transformed into intellect, and intellect transforms into consciousness, and consciousness transforms into super consciousness. So this is the sequence, and this is the journey of the meditation, and this is the purpose of each and every schooling, education, everything else, to perpetuate intellect. All the time intellect should govern the psyche. Such type of person are very productive and very perfect person. In IS examination, all the competitive examination, this is the check. This is the matter of checking. It is checked that he is intelligent or not, and what is his decisive skill. So rational, intellectual and quick decisive person can lead everywhere. So this is the purpose of education and also meditation, to make all the people intelligent, and it is done by the meditation. Ego is governed by mind, and mind is governed by intellect, and intellect is governed by the consciousness and consciousness is governed by super consciousness. So this is the sequence, and this is the journey, and this is the upliftment, and this is achievement, and this comes because of purification of chitta. When chitta is purified, automatically the intellect is stuck. And such type of person all the time very, very sensible, very, very intelligent, and very, very a productive person for the society, leading person for the society, wherever he works. So therefore in the spirituality it is taught that to be egoless. The state of egolessness is the ground to achieve something socially and also spiritually. An egoist person can do nothing in his life, whether that is material world or the spiritual world. So because we discussed chitta, so this is the chitta. In meditation uplifts from ego level to mental level, and mental level to intellectual level to spiritual level. This is the journey, and this is the purpose of meditation. One thing it is very important to understand here, that very active and unquiet mind is soul, and quiet mind is soul, and unquiet soul is mind. Actually they are not separate, both are same. Because of the vibration, because of the velocity and the frequency of thinking process, all the time soul is identified as a mind. And when mind is totally calm and quiet, then that is identified as soul. And the chitta is just like a very software and also hardware, where all these functions are going on. So it is meditation that elevates you in such level where mind shuts down and no thought waves there, and then you can connect yourself, and then that connectivity makes a ground for some superb, some spiritual, something beyond our senses, something beyond our sensory sphere. That is the spirituality, and that is done by meditation. What is the garbage of chitta? It is also very important. In yogic scriptures, 5 categories of 5, the classification of garbage in our chitta is also done there. Mudha, Kshipta, Vikshipta, Ekagra, and Niruddha. So I think tomorrow I will discuss the same issue again to clarify your concept. So it is enough for today. Thank you very much. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.